Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So today in this video we are going to see how to do the API security testing by using the Pynt tool. Okay, so most of us know we are started using the Pynt for our API security testing. So which is an open source free tool. You can use the Pynt for testing against all your API for the security vulnerabilities. Okay, so here, this is a home page of Pynt. You can go to here and you can see the Pynt is the API security autopilot. Okay. So the Pynt API security testing solution enables the developers tester to run the security test to discover any vulnerabilities or any security related issues for your API. Okay. So there are a lot of options the Pynt has recently introduced. So earlier I have made one of the video, one video again the same about the Pynt, how to run our Pynt by using integrating with our Postman collection. You can directly run and you can generate the report. Okay. So now there is some, big changes happened where you can, they have offered a lot of features. The mode of run has been changed. So you can directly run it from Postman, and they have introduced the Pynt CLI also, or Pynt CI/CD also possible. Okay. So if you go to this docs, okay, and here you can see, so getting started, you can see Pynt with Postman and Pynt with Newman, Pynt on CI/CD and Pynt command. Okay. So I'm going to cover today about the how to run our API collections from the Postman by using the Pynt, and we can see how to use in the Newman also. Okay. So these are the two ways I'm going to explain about this in this particular video. Okay. The first one is Pynt with Postman, correct? So you don't want to do anything. If you just go to their homepage, this is what their homepage. So just click on the run in Postman for free. Okay, it's a free one. So when you click on this, it will redirect to log into Postman. So they have given a lot of, we have a couple of prerequisites. Okay, so you have to meet this prerequisites before you proceed with the API security testing with the Pynt. So what is the prerequisite? You have to install the Postman desktop application. Okay, so this will not work on the Postman web. Okay, so the Postman offers the both web and desktop application. You have to install the desktop application that you can download from here and you can install. Okay, so after that you have to install the Docker engine. Okay, so you have to download the Docker engine and you have to install and make sure you have installed the Python. Okay, because the run is going to based on the all the libraries that is created on the Pynt is based on the Python. So you have to install the Python as well. So after that, you can create your collection in the particular Postman workspace. And if you want to set up the variables, you can set it up. Okay, so these are the prerequisites you have to done. Okay, once this is done, so you can go to their homepage. So this is a way I'm telling about how to run our Pynt collection from the Postman. Okay, so just click on the run in Postman. So it will redirect you to sign in with your Postman account. Okay, so make sure you have signed in or signed up. Sorry, signed up. So when you do the sign up here, so I'm already having the account with the Postman. So I'm directly going to enter my username password. Okay, so I have signed in. So as soon as I signed in, okay, so now you can see that the page got refreshed and it got redirected to the next page. Okay, the sign up is done now. So now it's a time to integrate our Pynt with a Postman. So port your Pynt to your workspace to start the testing. So if you go to the Postman, so this is a Postman, okay, and I'm going to take my workspace. So this is a workspace which I'm working on currently. So what they have informed, you have to port the Pynt collection from the Postman workspace. So as soon as you go to the Postman, what you can know, you can just go here and you can just type Pynt. Okay. So when you type Pynt, now you can see the workspace is available and you can see something collections also available. So I'm going to the workspace. So this is publicly available. This is a public workspace that is available for the Pynt collection. So here you can see this is a Pynt collection. Okay, so what you have to do now, you have to port this collection. Port is nothing, taking a copy to your particular workspace. So when I click on the create port, Okay, it will ask you the name, and you can see here workspace. So which workspace you want? I have already taken, so I'm not going to do this. So when you click on the port collection, so this particular the Pynt collection will be ported to, it will take the copy of this particular collection to your workspace. Okay, so this is how it will look. So if you have already poked earlier, right? So what you can do now, you can just simply click on this, and if you want to pull the latest release, you can go for a create pull request. Sorry, pull changes. Okay, not pull request, pull changes. So currently there are no changes are available. So which means I'm up to date. Okay. So once this is done, what is next? We can go here and you can see here. You have to give your Postman key to integrate the Pynt to your Postman. Okay. So there is authorization which is does not require any user login. So you have to provide your Postman API key to access the Pynt application from this home page to your Postman account. Okay. So for that, creating the API key, just go to your profile, just go to settings. Okay, so when you go to settings here, you can find your API keys, or you can create your API keys. If you are creating the first time, you have to create it. Okay, so just wait for a second. Okay, so here this is a page API keys where you can go here. So this is a my key which is already I have generated. So if you not created, okay, so I'm going to delete this. Okay, so now you can click on the generate API and you can give some key name. Any key is fine. So when you click on the generate key button, this is what the key. Okay, so I'm just copying this key and going back to the application here. So I'm going to paste my API key over here and clicking on the submit button. Okay, so as soon as I done, the connection is established. I can see here my all workspaces, right? So this is all my workspace that is coming from my Postman. Okay, so totally I have, you can see Postman 101, my personal, my workspace, Postman tutorial, right? So this all workspace are displayed here. So here I'm using this Postman 101 testing. This is my workspace. Okay. So after this, give your collection. So what collection you want to run against the API security testing, right? So I have created one collection with a couple of API requests here. So this is simple collection. I'm using this reqres dot website, this one only, this APIs. So I have created this collection which is named as a Pynt sample. Okay. So this is a collection name. I'm going to click on here Pynt sample. Okay. Then you can go for the next. Okay. So now we are in the step 3. Okay. So here you can see we have done the sign up and we have integrated our Postman collection with the Pynt. And the next one is run Pynt from Postman application. Okay. So before you move forward to run your collections, right? So you have to install the Pynt CLI for executing our Postman collection. Following Python command you have to install. So what we have to do, I'm going to open the CMD here. Okay. So before that, what you can do, okay. So let me copy this command. Just copy this command and I'm going for CLI. Okay. So just paste it here and click on enter. Okay. So now you can see this, all the installation is done. Okay. So which is I have already done. So that's the reason it is coming is everything is satisfied with me. In your case, it is going to install this particular library. So make sure you have installed the Python and you have added the environment variable path for the Python. Okay. So one more thing, after installation of this one, so you will be getting some yellow color warning message if you have not done the environment variable for the Pynt packages. Okay, so there are Pynt packages also. You have to set the environment variable that I will show you now. Okay, so here if I go to the path, so this is a path for the Python. Okay, so as soon as we install the Python, you have to set up the environment variable. Once that is done, so make sure you have installing the, you have adding the path for this scripts also. Okay, which is Python packages will be installed on your this particular location in your computer or wherever you have installed the Python. Okay, so in my case, this is a location which I have installed the Python. So that's the reason I have added the environment variable. Okay, so once this is done, okay, so now we have installed the Python, the Pynt CLI. So after running the Pynt CLI installation, So now you have to install the Pynt Postman also. So this will help you to pull the Docker image to your Docker desktop engine. Okay. So before that, let me start the Docker. So this is a Docker desktop you have to install. You can download from the page. I will give you the details, all the details and links in the video description. So where you can download the Docker desktop engine and you can install them. Okay. So it will be like this. Once this is done, so now there are no images. Okay. And there are no containers also. So now we have to run this particular command to up our Docker engine. Okay. So to pull the recent Pynt images or container, you have to pull in the Docker. So when I run this command, which is Pynt Postman, okay, so you can see the CLI version, Pynt CLI version is 0.1.42. You can see the pulling the latest Docker image. Okay, so once this is done, now I can, if I go to my Docker under the images, okay, now the images will be created for the Pynt. So now let's wait. Yeah, you can see here a Docker pull done, right? So if I go to the Docker, you can see the Pynt Docker image or the container is ready. Okay. So now this is done. The Docker engine pulling, pulling the latest Docker image is done, Docker pull done, and you can see server is up and running. Okay. So now let's go here. So we have done this installation and we have upped our Docker engine. So now what you can do, you can go to your Postman app and you can run your collections. Okay. So now I'm going to the Postman here. Okay, so if I go to the port, this is our Pynt, right? So this is a collection which we port from our workspace, from the Pynt workspace. Okay, so here what we have to do now, you have to give this is everything will come default. So here you have to provide your API key that we have generated from our Postman. Okay, so now let's go to our API key here. So I'm copying the API key and coming back to the Postman, and I'm updating my key here. Okay, so this is already being updated because we have done the integration, right? So when we signed up here, so it is automatically updated details, everything over here. So this is, duplicate request, which I can delete now. I can delete this. Okay, so this is the one done, and the collection ID, right? So this is a collection we are going to run, which I have created. So you can take the collection ID by clicking on the collection folder here, and you can see the I symbol here. So when you click on this, this is your collection ID. Just copy them and go to your Pynt collection variables. Just replace them. Okay, and this is also being pulled automatically since you have selected in the Pynt when we integrate the Pynt with the Postman connection establishment, right? So this step, right? So this step will take care of all the things. So if you, just make sure again everything looks same as it is. So you can save this collection. So now we can go for a run. Okay. So now what you have to do, you don't want to run your sample collection. You have to run our Pynt collection here. Okay. So just go here and do the run collection. I'm going to click on the run Pynt. Okay, and you can see the first test is Postman desktop application is running and our Pynt Docker is up and it started the security testing. Okay, automated test server encountered. Please run again. Okay, so some error is coming. So let me rerun the Docker image again. Okay, now the server is up and running. So let's go to the Postman. I'm going to run again. Yeah. So you can see this time it is working fine. The automated security test cases are running fine. So once this is done, once the run is finished, so you can, we can go to the show report and we can execute the show report method. This particular API request, and we can see the report. Okay, you can see the run is finished. Okay, which means our collection is done. You can see run again button is again enabled. So which means our execution is done. Okay, so now we can simply go to this show report API endpoint. So when you send this, so some report are created in the HTML format. So if you want to visualize, so now you can click on the visualize tab here and you can see the report of the Pynt. Okay, so this is what execution is done, and you can see the error details, warning details, how many execution is passed. The test against the APIs, and you can see the all the reports and errors and warnings, everything. Okay, and you can see the past test cases also. So there are certain API check has happened. That is what this 18 pass. You can see JWT token, and there are a lot of stack trace in response and server side template injection. There are a lot of things, right? SQL, SQL injection. There are a lot of, this is based on the security standards. So they are following, they are doing the complete security check against your APIs. Okay. So, I'm not going in details into the API, the security part. I'm just explaining how to run our Pynt collection from the Postman, okay, to do the API security check. Okay, so this is how we'll run. Okay, so once this is run, so now you can just click on the finish button. That's it. Okay, again, it will redirect to you the home page. Again, if you want to do the same thing. Now, what you can do now, since we have know the steps, so what you can do, without going to this particular website, you can do it in the Postman itself. Okay, the only step is make sure you have installed the Python and you have to install the Postman desktop, install the Python and image, the Docker engine. After that, you can just create one Postman collection for your security testing, and you have to port the Pynt collection from the Pynt workspace. Okay. So once this is done, and you have to run this couple of commands to install the dependencies, which is library, pip install Pynt CLI. So once this is installed, and you have to run this command to pull the latest Docker image of the Pynt. Okay, Pynt Postman. So if you stop the server, it will not run. Okay, so make sure the server is up and running. That is what one of the prerequisites they have given. Okay, so if you go here, you can see the ensure the target is up. Okay, so the next one, this is how we'll run in the Postman collections. We'll run the Pynt in the Postman by using the Postman collections. You can run directly from the Postman and you can generate the report like this. Okay, so there is another way which is used by Postman. The Pynt Newman also you can do that. Okay, so how we do this? Again, the same step. Just copy this dependency. Which is library. So go here. Okay, let me open the new template, new terminal. Okay. So this is what we have already installed, right? So pip install Pynt CLI. So this step is done. Okay, we have installed and we have Docker images also running, and we have a collection and everything is up. Okay, so now you can directly run your Postman collections for the Pynt security check. What you can do, you can use the Newman option also, right? So usually we do this when we want to run our Postman collection in the CI/CD mode. We will go for a Newman, right? So the Pynt also offering the Newman. So what you have to know, you have to export your collection. So what I'm going to do, so this is a collection which I'm running here. I'm going to export this collection. And I'm going to have it in my desktop. So I'm creating a new folder. Fine. So inside this, I'm going to save this collection. Okay, the collection successfully exported. So now what I will do, I will go to this particular collection folder. It is in my desktop. Okay. So let me open the terminal here. Or you can open it from anywhere. That is fine. So from here, okay. So this is a location where I have opened my terminal. So here also maybe you can check the Pynt is installed or not. So just click on, type Pynt and check. Yeah, you can see the Pynt is installed, right? So now we can go for the our Newman collections, I mean, our Newman execution for the Pynt. Okay, so now come here. So this is how you have to run your collections. Okay, so you have to use Pynt Newman and you have to provide your collection name and you have to provide your environment variable name. Then if you want to generate the report, you can generate the report also. Okay, so now let's go here. So this is our file location and this is our terminal. So the command that we have to execute is find. Okay, maybe we can refer it here. Okay, so this is a command. Okay, how to run, they have given the example. So find Newman. Okay, and the collection. And the location of the collection is already we are in the same, I mean, file directory. So we have to just provide our collection name. Okay, so I'm just copying my collection name. This is my collection name .json. Okay, so after that, just click on enter. Okay, so the following it is hyphen collection. Okay, there is one spelling mistake which I have mistook one L here. So let me update. Okay, so now I'm clicking on enter. Let's see, this time it has to execute. Yeah, you can see it has started the execution. Okay, so pulling the latest Docker image, Docker pull is done. Now it is going to execute our collection. Yeah, you can see running collection is done. Okay, fail to run the collection. Please try again. Unexpected error. Okay, so let me rerun again. I think it should be the problem with the Docker engine. So I'm going to run it again. Okay, so what I will do, I will delete those Docker image which I have pulled earlier. Okay, so now again I'm going to run. So if at all, if you have any issues that you are facing, no, the Pynt has a dedicated Slack channel, so where you can sign up to the Slack and you can raise your bugs and the feature requests that you want. Okay, so I'm going to execute again after deleting the Docker engines. I mean, I have deleted the previous images or containers that we have pulled. It is going to run, I mean, it is going to pull again the same Docker image. Let's see, this time it is working fine or not. Okay. So not sure whether there is a problem. I think the containers is not working properly maybe. So, but when I tried earlier, so I was able to successfully run the Pynt in the Newman. Okay, so here you can see I have tried with Pynt Newman and it was executing. You can see the collection is completely executed fine. And it got generated some report also. Okay, so here you can see the number of functional tests, 0 endpoint, 0. I mean, there was some issues with the API endpoints, that is fine. And you can see the security test also. I'm not sure why this is not running now. Maybe I can try it over here. Okay, so I have one more collections in this particular location. So I'm just clicking the up arrow to bring the history. So here I'm running in the desktop folder, I think. So let's go to the desktop, this collection. Okay, so this is a file which I'm running actually. So Newman, this Postman collection, right? So this is a file I'm executing. So for that, I mean, what you can do, this is a collection name, right? So if you want to additionally pass your environment variables, so you have to provide like a hyphen environment, right? I'm copying this environment and let me go here. Okay, I'm pasting it and the environment JSON file. Let me copy the file name. So this is my file name. Okay. So let me click on enter. Let's see. At least this is working fine now. Okay, the image is pulled. Okay. So I think again there are some issues with the pulling the image. The image is not working properly, I think. So let me check on that. But when you run this in the CLI, I mean the Newman's find Newman option, right? So this is how it will run. And you can see the report. I mean, this is normal report that has come from Newman. Additionally, you can see when you start on functional test and the security test, and you will get the PDF, the report that we have seen in here as well, right? So this PDF report also it will be generated automatically. So when you use this Pynt with the Newman. Okay. And these are the steps. You don't want to additionally do anything. You have to just export your collection file and collection file and environment file if you have, and you can run this command. Okay. So this is a command that we have to run. Okay. So find Newman collection and your collection file path and hyphen environment and your environment file path. That's it. Okay. It will execute like this. But unfortunately now it is not working because of the Docker image that I have some problem, I think. So let me recheck, and if I'm able to just successfully create it, run this Pynt with the Newman, I will again upload the videos or snapshots, anything, something like that. Okay. So that's all about this video. We have seen how to run our Pynt in the Postman, okay, for the API security testing. And we have seen how to run our Pynt in the Newman as well. Okay. So there are other couple of options also. You can go here, you can see run on our Pynt CI/CD. This one also I will try to make another video, and by using the Pynt command also we'll try to make another video. Okay. So that's all about this video, guys. This is how we will run our Pynt in the Postman and Pynt in the with the Newman. Okay. Thank you, guys.